Aries Spears is having a very tough day. He just got destroyed and exposed by Vlad TV again. See, Aries Spears made a video on his Instagram where he promised us he was going to expose and destroy Vlad on his podcast this week, even going as far as claiming he's the greatest ish talker ever, and Vlad done messed up now. But indeed, Vlad ain't messed up. Because when I clicked on to hear what Aries Spears had to say about Vlad, it was very underwhelming, embarrassing, and kind of cringe. I think at some point his co-host called him out, and Aries Spears just flat out lied, and the entire comment section is saying, "Bro, you lie. Like we can tell you're lying."
But Vlad is such a narcissist and sensitive. And listen, I'm an egomaniac. I got my flaws as far as some of that goes, so I'm owning up to that. But I'm also not gonna kiss your ass, which is to say, I guess in Vlad's mind, maybe I approached this wrong, even though I just simply said, yo, man, I would like a little bit more money. To which he said, and this is where he kind of rubbed me wrong, where he just goes, something, and he said it so blatantly, like, you know, you don't do what Boozy does, and I don't care what people say in terms of them telling you, yo, I watch the show for you. When you're not on, I don't care for it. When you're on, I buy subscriptions. The minute you leave, I cancel the subscription. All I'm simply going to say is there's value in that.
Aries Spears is probably new to this content, a YouTube thing, but if you're dropping a hit piece being used to run propaganda on somebody, you don't include the things we would agree on. You want to include everything that makes the person look bad. This just makes Vlad look even more great. Vlad telling you that a fan telling you that they subscribe to my membership and cancel right when they get done watching your interview is not really a metric he's using to determine whether or not he should pay you $20,000 a month. Right? For you to be offended that he said that and to try to convince us that what he said was no. We all agree with what Vlad said. Of course, that's not a metric I'm going to use. What? Especially if the person who's buying my membership is canceling right after you get done. I can't sustain a business that way. I don't want people who only come and watch you that don't never come back. But Aries Spears thought there was value in 2 or 3 comments when Vlad got 6 million subscribers.
And I know I don't get the numbers that Boosie gets. So I'm not asking for what Boosie gets. But what I'm saying is, if there is value and people telling you that, yo, I watch because of him, I get subscriptions because of him, well, the nigga, break a little bread. Because if I'm the last of the Mohicans, and I thought Tony Yayo wasn't on anymore, but he still is. As far as I know, Lord Jamar quit. Godfrey, I know for sure, quit. Boozy, because he's not getting the money he wants, he quit. If I'm one of the last staples left that generate numbers, work with me. And the main thing that struck me wrong is I said, Vlad, don't tell me my worth. Because while you might feel I'm not, and maybe he thought I was asking for what Boozy was, which I wasn't. And I thought I made that clear. I'm just saying that if I have any value, let's talk. But to simply go, oh, I'm not going to pay you just based off what people say. And I'm going, I think there's value in that. And then so he goes, yo, I'm going to call you. Let's talk about it. And at the time he wanted to talk, I couldn't talk. I was busy.
This is where Aries Spears really messed up, because in a he said, she said situation, we're trying to determine who's more credible. Who can we believe? Vlad says this, Aries Spears this. Which is true? Vlad says that Aries Spears was disrespectful to the guest. Aries Spears said Vlad is lying. Who do we believe? So if you're Aries Spears and you put yourself in a position where you are about to proceed to lie about something that all of our eyes already saw, and you're about to proceed to lie about it as if our eyes didn't see what we saw, then you automatically become the least credible one, and we now have to take Vlad's word as the gospel. See, Aries Spears talks about this, like this call. Now, the call is what broke up Aries Spears and Vlad's relationship, because Vlad thought Aries Spears was being hella disrespectful. He deliberately lies about the text exchange with Vlad, lies about the series of events, lies about who set a time, lies about agreeing to a time, and he did all of this to make himself look like a victim and to make Vlad look like Vlad was just tripping for no reason. And once he did this is where I feel like Aries Spears lost the audience.
So then when I didn't call him at the time he told me to call him, next thing I know, I see the clip of him talking shit. So I texted him and simply said, you know what? And like, I was almost rubbing my forehead when I did it. It's like, man, please tell me that you're not doing what I think you're doing. Please tell me you're not throwing me under the bus because I didn't call you back. Like, please, Vlad. And I literally text him all this. Please, I didn't even watch the interview because I'm just hoping you're not doing what I think you are. His reply, F you.
Well,
wait. And then the next thing I know, here we are. So say what you're about to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I think that was the closest to an apology that we're going to get. That was great. I like
And
it.
just for the record, to all you people hitting me up, going, yo, man, y'all need to make up and get back on the show because y'all two are like Howard Cosell and Muhammad Ali and the chemistry. That ship has sailed.
No.
No,
it hasn't.
that it's almost like a slave ship. That they got the niggas off of Africa and they went to America. That is gone.
Like Ike and Tina, you're going to be back together.
No, sir. No, sir.
Oh, come on.
No,
Okay,
sir.
but
Not after all the shit he said.
so he said, what time works? You said 5 p.m.
No, I didn't. I said, I'll let you
After
know.
5.
I said, I'll let you know.
I saw the screenshots.
I know, but I'm just saying. I said, at first, I said, I'll let you know.
He's trying to paint Vlad as unreasonable, and his homie is calling him out on it. The homie said, bro, I see the screenshot. You told him 5, right? And he called you at 5 and you ghosted him. And Aries like, no, I never told him 5. I never gave no time. I just told him I'll see, right? I'll let him know. That's not true. No, he's trying to paint Vlad as unreasonable, and his homie is calling him out for lying. Here's the text exchange between Aries Spears and Vlad so you can see how of a bold, fat liar Aries Spears is.
So I get home, and I said, yo, now I'm home. Let's have a conversation about the numbers. He said, cool, let's do it. I said, cool, what time works for you? At 5 o'clock. Bet. I change around my schedule. I clear my schedule out. And I'm like, okay, me and Aries are going to have a business conversation at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock rolls around, he doesn't respond. I said, all right, cool. Next morning, maybe around, 10:30, 11 o'clock, I hit him up again. I said, do you still want to have this conversation? You know what he said?
What?
Yeah, at some point. I looked at my phone, and I said, I am done with this forever. Aries Spears. Because here's the thing, right? The whole thing about having your own business and reaching a certain level of success is you get to decide who you want to work with. You get to decide how you want to spend time with the type of people that are respectful, they can have regular business conversations with you, and not people like this who are just jealous pocket watchers. Because here's the thing, right? There's 2 types of jealous pocket watchers out there.
The employee, like seeing that video, now the employee must not really like Aries Spears because he calls Aries Spears out like, bruh, like you said 5 and he called you at 5 and then you blew him off multiple times like, bro, like you did bad. So Aries is trying to go with this narrative that Vlad is the a-hole, that Vlad just out the blue did this terrible thing to him and he's the victim, but the employee is not letting him like get away with it. And it's frustrating Aries, and the fans caught on. So this entire response to Vlad just became an absolute disaster. If you and your team aren't even on the same page.
I'm not sure. Then he picked a time. He said, let's do it at 5. And I never responded him.
What was the thumbs up for?
I'd have to see. I don't know what you think.
Okay, so I thought you said after 5, and then you didn't call him. And he goes, hey, blah, 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 you still want to, but you never responded. And then he reached out again and was like, hey, you still want to talk? And then you're like, at some point.
Okay.
So
that
you're coming
warrants-
in here
so-
trying
so
to
hold up.
ask for more money.
Hold
and
up.
then,
Wait. But even if I said that, okay, at some point, I'm busy. At some
I know,
point.
but there's probably stuff leading up to it.
But tell me what about that warrants you going, I'm going to just completely lie, throw this nigga under the bus, and talk.
Yeah,
I said at some point.
Maybe.
Here's what you're not going to do.
Overreaction.
You're not going to beckon me. And this is where Vlad's ego and him being a narcissist. You're not going to beckon me. You're not summoning me. I'm busy, nigga. I got to do. And despite what a lot of people believe, my legacy does not live and die on Vlad TV.
No one said it.
No. Because people in the comments love to go, and I can show you, man, your career, man, you done fumbled the bag, man. Your career. Listen, I've been doing this for 30 plus decades. Before Vlad was ever
30 years.
36 years.
Yeah, but 30 decades is
30 years. I mean, my
Like, come on, bro. This is the man who said he's the greatest shit talker ever. That when he goes on his podcast and he touched that mic, he's about to eviscerate Vlad TV. I didn't see not one evisceration, bro. This is sad, man. Now, so once he does like the ducking and the mental gymnastics, and eventually when his co-host decides to allow him to breathe, because I'll be real, watching this episode, man, they might have been on Vlad TV's side, bro. Right, Vlad TV might have given them the check or something, man, before this show, because they was not letting Aries Spears get off nothing. So Aries Spears finally addresses, the narrative that he's showing up to Vlad. He's asking for makeup. He's sending Vlad TV's employees on a scavenger hunt for a sweat towel because he's sweating while sitting down. He's being rude to Vlad's employees. Now, he responds back to that, and he denies it all, but we just watch Aries Spears lie to our face and tell us we didn't see what we saw in those text messages. So I'm not taking Aries Spears denying this as anything.
I'll be honest, I've been ignoring the clips. Every time I see one, I just go past it because I know me, and I'm fighting to just not be a Tupac and be like, that's why I'm fat. But the clip I saw, you go, so Aries, when he comes to my studio, he berates and disrespects my staff. He's rude. He talks crazy to him. And you gave this one example where I just put the phone down and went, you liar. He goes, Aries brings a towel with him because he sweats. And one day he forgot his towel. So he stopped the taping and told, and let me be clear. When you go do Vlad TV, there's two people in the room. There's Vlad and his camera guy who also does the sound. And I signed the thing saying you could use my likeness. Those are the only two people in the room outside of me. So you saying staff like you got a 15-man team. It's one. And at no point did I go, stop. And you said I stopped him and I told him, go to the store and get me a cloth. And we had to wait till he came back and brought me what I demanded. That never happened ever. And when I go to Vlad, the most conversation I have with his cameraman is, hey, how you doing? He mics me, I sign a little tablet, and that's it. We have never exchanged words, me and your camera guy, ever. I put that on my kids' lives and myself. If I'm lying, maybe all not wake up tomorrow. That is like Tony Soprano. I'm my daughter's nice. That's never happened, you liar, you snake.
Tell me about Candace,
Who's Candace?
the makeup artist.
What about her?
She's all the rave now. She sounds amazing.
Yeah, she's a makeup artist. And yeah, for the record, yes, I would have a makeup artist cover up the dark spots around my eyes because one, it's hot as a with them lights on. So yes, I do sweat, hence the towel.
Yo, his co-host hate him, bro. Yo, his co-host despise Aries, bro. Yo, Aries goes into making his point. The first thing to do, yeah, bro. But what about you as a grown man using a makeup artist to cover the? Now, Vlad responded back to Aries Spears. You already heard what Vlad had to say, man. Vlad essentially said, Aries Spears, you are a liar. You're not welcome back. But Vlad did say that if Aries Spears wants to come back, because Aries Spears begged Vlad to have one more time on Vlad TV so like they could iron out their particular issues and go at it. Vlad did say that Aries Spears, if he wants to come back, he can come back. But I'll be real, Aries, you probably don't want to go ahead and do that free interview, bro. I don't feel like, if you're already having a tough time getting across your narrative and being convincing enough to convince the public that Vlad did you wrong, if you're already having a tough time at that without Vlad being in the room, I think you'll have a very tough time with Vlad being in the room. But let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this, okay? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, then click on this video right here to find out what G-Eazy is being accused of is horrifying. Click on this video right here to find out exactly what these horrifying allegations are. And if you rock with me, send me a hype. I get a list of everybody who sent me a hype. So please, please, please send me a hype. I really appreciate it, man. I'm gonna see you guys in this G-Eazy video. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.